Hey everybody, welcome back to the AD2L Season 5. We've got game number 2 here coming up for Gods of War versus Here Comes the Cobra. How's it going?
Very good.
So, game number 1. Bit of a stomp?
Yep.
Yep.
Tied respect ban right off the bat.
I think it was
think about it.
I think it was a good call.
Yep.
Follow-up bans are Death Prophet, Void, and Centaur for their respective teams. And
Interesting.
Radiant's pick.
yeah, I kind of like it though. It's because Here Comes Cobra is going to have no idea what's going on, and Gods of War need to do something to throw them off their game, right? Like, they have to do something strange. Here Comes Cobra, pick up Ogre, was banned in the last game.
Pick.
Fantastic support, super tanky. Just
Kind
get
of a-
man mode from level 1.
Total bitch to deal with.
Yep.
You know who's actually really good up against him? Elder Titan.
I could see it.
Makes him super squishy.
Yep.
And, because Ogre doesn't build armor items, and especially if they pick Ogre on a team with, like, a Terrorblade or a high agility hero, like a core. So, hey, they picked the best hero in the game. Rubik, for Here Comes the Cobra. Actually best hero in the game.
But I don't understand why they picked it second. I mean, I feel like Rubik is useful, yes, but usually in, like, response to good skills to steal, you know?
He's good because he also deters people with good skills to steal that are easy to steal from being picked. Like, you don't want to pick Enigma against a Rubik or Witch Doctor, Legion Commander, like heroes that have these really high impact spells that are super easy to get. So it can deter a whole bunch of different types of picks. Not to mention, if depending on the person, if they're quick enough with their fingers, they can actually telekinesis someone before, like as soon as they blink in, like an axe. And like the lift on Rubik, just the instant ability to lift somebody and toss them and stuff like that is super effective. Jakiro, the pickup for Gods of War, they like their support, and I think it was a really good pick last game. And I don't think it was the draft last game. I think it was Here Comes the Cobra with a brilliant laning phase. Like, I don't think it was Gods of War having a bad draft. I think it was Here Comes the Cobra having a really solid draft and then going into really solid lanes that won them the game.
No, absolutely. I just don't think that they
Reserve time.
handled it all that great. I think that they should have sacrificed the Centaur.
Sacrificed the Centaur to the tri-lane
yeah,
and got their
and-
Spectre or something.
Radiant's ban.
Yeah, because they went such greedy hard carries that really can't handle not having gold. So it'll be interesting to see what they go here. If they go a little bit more early semi-carry, win the game fast, or if they still want to go for that late game.
Yeah, and Necrophos banned out for Gods of War, so probably another respect ban, not wanting to deal with that. PA, again, banned by Here Comes the Cobra.
5 seconds.
So, interesting stuff there. Gods of War with the axe. I'm interested to see what they're going to run with it.
Reserve time.
Excuse me. Sorry, guys. They may decide to go aggressive themselves with an axe, or they can send it in the offlane, and if he has a lot of problems if he can manage to snag level 2 or snag level 3, he can go sit in the jungle, get some farm that way.
Yeah.
Razor and Slark, the bans, coming out for their respective. Yeah. Shadow Friend is picked up by Here Comes Cobra, so some little bit of razzle dazzle going to be happening in the mid lane.
Gotta hit them triple raises, man.
And
Radiant's pick.
Viper, I actually really like this. Oh, the picks are coming out. Okay, now here's the thing: is this a farming Magnus in the safe lane, or a farming Shadow Fiend in the safe lane? Because these are both heroes that normally mid.
Magnus can offlane. No problem.
True. You know what? Honestly, I think Magnus does better in mid up against Viper than Shadow Fiend does.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Viper is a horrible, horrible hero, and I hate him.
And that's all the reasoning we need.
Because if you ever have to lane against him, like, just get ready for the worst day ever.
5 seconds.
Yeah, and the reason why I say I think Magnus can actually do better in lane against Viper is his Shockwave is way easier for him to spam than Shadow Raze is for Shadow Fiend to spam.
Yeah.
And Shadow Fiend needs to get last hits way more than Magnus does. Magnus is a little bit better off just soaking experience. So we'll see where they want to run with that. Silencer picked up for Gods of War. And
It's really good against the Blink RP if you're fast enough.
if you're fast enough, or if you are blink axing in, like if you get a blink call onto like 2 heroes, global right when it's at its end, kind of right when the Here Comes Cobra would be reinitiating.
10 seconds to go.
But and they don't really have Magnus doesn't want to build RP. Sorry, BKB. Shadow Fiend does, but usually not until his second or third item, depending on how things are going. Like if he wants to get, he'll want to get his
Mobility item.
boots bottle mobility, probably a Blink Shadow Blade, or maybe just a Yasha.
I like the
But-
Blink personally.
Yeah.
It's less counterable. It still works out really well, and then it plays really well into having a BKB. I mean, you can't get the easy ultimates that you can with Shadow Blade early, but you know, you have a Magnus, so.
So yeah, if they both have blinks, if Magnus can blink, get a decent RP, Shadow Fiend can follow his blink with a Requiem of Souls.
Yeah.
So it can work out fairly well. Nature's Prophet, the final pick for Here Comes Cobra. So I imagine this will start as an offlane Prophet with the Rubik Ogre. One thing we didn't mention though is that Rubik Ogre, incredibly good ganking support duo.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the damage of Fade Bolt and early and
10
lift, and
seconds
then
to
you
go.
got the Fire Blast. It's just a great duo.
Yeah, and especially because Rubik can also make your positioning poor if he's quick enough on the fingers, pull you off a cliff or something, or down to the low ground, or just pull you back into a creep wave. It can be really effective.
Now I should know this, but I'm gonna ask. I'm pretty sure if you
Ooh.
if you global silence during the Requiem of Souls animation, it cancels it, right?
Yes, it will. Because it is you are in the animation of casting a spell. It's like getting silenced halfway through anything else. It will counter it.
Because that is an incredibly long animation.
Yeah.
So if the silencer is paying attention and they initiate with the Shadow Fiend, he's gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, and one thing too is the silence will go through BKB, so the heroes will have to get BKB and wait to pop it afterwards. And the final pick coming out for Gods of War is the Lycan. Now, I assume this is going to be their safe lane farmer. They'll have Viper in the mid, Axe in the off lane. Now, whether they want to go aggressive with the Silencer Jakiro Axe or defensive with them in the Lycan, I'm not sure. I think they can go aggressive with this.
I bet they'll go defensive though.
Yeah. So I'll quickly get the Radiant team. We've got Sheenix, or sorry, what did we decide that was? Shonix? Shonix
Everybody get
on
set.
the Ogre Magi. KC is going to be playing that Nature's Prophet. Talk about where he's going in a bit. Loosepuss on the Shadow Friend. And Robin's... What? Robin's Sock? Robin's Sock? Whatever.
I said Robinson. Robin's SQ.
Robin.
But
Okay, whatever.
who knows?
Puss Wuss Bang Gang. Bang Gang on the Magnus. You gonna take Dire? Or do you want me to do both?
Okay, I thought you missed the NP, but
I know I got him first. KC.
All right.
That's the
cool.
spirit.
The Viper, played by Siege. She's going middle. Axe, R2D2, off lane. Pretty standard stuff. Stormtroopers playing that support silencer. I hate that hero. DVOX is going to play Lycan in the safe lane farming role. And finally, the Jakiro is going to be played by Meridian.
Meridian on the Jakiro. We've seen him play really well in the last last series we casted of these guys. Not of these guys against HCC, but just in a previous set in the tournament
Keep it
before.
clean, folks.
Plays a really good Enigma.
That's true. That is very true.
Axe is going to get a ward out, but Rubik to spot him. Let's see if we can see some cliff shenanigans here. Oh, no, not close enough. Rubik's just going to get a regen rune. And that was a free lift, so whatevs. Jakiro's going to be super excited. There's a bounty rune top.
What's with all the scribbling?
It's got his name all over it.
Gold.
He's going to see it. Is the greed real?
Oh, of course it is.
It's not!
The greed is not real. As a support,
Now it gets pinged by the Lycan.
Like, I don't understand. I would have grabbed it. I'm probably not as good as him, but I would have grabbed it. So it looks like they're doing some rappy type things with this Lycan. Nah, he's just gonna run out to the creeps.
Yeah.
Oh, Ogre Magi bottom. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Axe is in a rough place. Doesn't have boots, but he's very tanky still. I don't think it's going to be enough to save him. They don't have another stun, but they have a Sprout, so he's not going to make her. There's the last click. KC. Excellent plays coming out, and coordination from HCC. Good rotations coming out from them.
No, that was a fantastic wraparound on them. And that puts the Nature's Prophet really far ahead in this trial. And
Yeah,
when
he's
he
al-
really could have struggled against Axe and him cutting creeps.
Yeah, and now he's got a blade of attack, so his last hitting will be very good. And Loose Puss, how's he doing? He's actually doing very well. He's got 6 last hits already up in the mid lane. He did start with Shadow Rays, so actually a long time ago I heard some of the professional casters talking about how Koifa likes to do this. He'll start with Shadow Rays level 1 to get the bottle, and then at level 2 get Necromastery. Because that way he can secure himself at least like the bottle. Maybe not the extra souls, but will for sure get the last hits and the bottle farm. So interesting build there.
I can see it. I'll be interested to see if he gets his ulti early or if he's going to go in the farming mode and just raise passive.
Yeah.
For mastery.
I'm gonna want to watch and see if Rubik and Ogre stack any of these camps off to the side.
Well, the mud golems just got stacked.
Did they? Where?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was looking, I didn't see him. And Shadow Fiend actually goes down to the Viper. I got there just as he died. Siege getting the kill. That second point in poison attack slowing him down too much. No point in Nether Toxin yet, but Shadow Fiend is very squishy early.
And I like what this Rubik is doing, hanging out, getting that little bit of extra experience as he's rotating up. And he's going to pick up a haste rune.
And I think with this haste rune, it's going to get spotted out by the Dire, so they'll know that he's got it. But he might also just hold on to it. We'll see. Magnus doesn't have a bottle or anything coming out. I think the last hit there. And that's one thing we haven't really mentioned yet. Magnus, in the offlane, he's doing okay. He's level 3. Compared to his counterpart Axe, who's a little further into level 3. A little surprised, but...
Well, this Magnus is just playing
Soak
XP. I mean, if he comes near, he's going to get Curse... he's just going to get
Cursed and
Curse of the Silent.
And Liquid Fire, and...
Yeah.
Gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, it's going to be a sad day. So, Shadow Fiend getting killed early is not fantastic.
No.
He's still doing pretty good on CS. He is kind of destroying the Viper in CS,
yeah,
actually.
But look at this Siege. It's going to get rotated on, actually. I was going to say he was going to win this one, but the nice rotations come in. The Rubik is there, and the Nature's Prophet TP's in to get the assist kill as well.
Too bad that that Loose Puss didn't get that last hit on the Viper, because that would have taken him up to
Max Souls.
Max Souls, which would have been like he would have had the lane at that point.
Yeah, I mean he's got 14 out of 22 right now, so he's doing pretty good. Yeah. Vipers though still doesn't have a point in Nether Toxin. I don't know about that. I think if you have a point in Nether Toxin, you might have got the kill before rotations could have came in. Even just one, it does a lot of extra damage. I mean, the slow is really good, and I guess his health is so low. I don't know. It's a build that I'm not a huge fan of, but I guess it's kind of a hybrid. He's not quite as can't kill quite as quickly, but he can slow people a lot better than normal. I'm pinging out top. Not sure what's going on here. Nothing. Looks like.
The Ogre and the Rubik are rotating onto Axe. But he just cuts through with the Tango.
He ate a tree. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, that never has made sense to me. I mean, I get it as a mechanic, but like,
why do you use a Tango, destroy a tree, and then start regenning health?
Yeah.
How is that a thing?
That much sense.
How is that a medical practice?
Yeah. I don't have one of them. Their medical license.
A Borderlands reference. So I clicked on this ward for a second up top, and I'll ping it out for you. And I thought it was a PA kill thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I just glanced at it really quick. I was like, wait, what? I was super confused.
PA warped into the game, killed a creep.
Got left a sword, ran away. Yeah. It's legit.
So this Rubik and Ogre, I've been kind of successful, but are struggling on levels.
Yeah, they're both level 3. Where are their counterparts at?
The smoke.
Counterparts are both counterparts are 3 and 4, so 2 and 3. So they are behind. They're gonna wander through. Shadow Fiends actually has an Invis rune bottled and is level 6. Didn't get his ulti, so he's not gonna go try and set anything fancy up with Requiem Invis. But Viper's rotating bottom.
I really wish that he had been stacking the camp.
That his supports had stacked for him.
Even if the supports didn't, just running back every once in a while and throwing an out of attack at it, because you run back and you take a little bit of time to do that. You can just accelerate your farm so much.
And I mean when the lane's up here, it doesn't really matter anyway. Top lane though, we're gonna see some action. Silencer's actually dropping very low. One more right click there. Nature's Prophet picks up the kill. Sprout's looking to come out. Rubik's up front. Fade Bolt. No lift for 17 seconds. Fire Blast's going to come through. Meridian, he's in some serious trouble here. A couple more right clicks. They need one more hit from the Ogre. That's going to be enough. And they're going to be able to get him. Rubik picking up that last hit.
Rubik almost level 4.
Is level 4 now. Ogre is level 3. So they're going to catch up nicely from that. Rubik's getting close.
Haste Viper is giving some problems to this.
If Loose Puss just has to sit here. Actually, I like that rotation. He's going to run out and go get a his bounty rune.
Bottle filled up, yeah.
Siege is still looking for him, I think. Dropped a ward. I don't know if it saw him. Night vision is a little...
That almost looks like it should be in range of the tower.
It's just out. The tower is like here, I want to say.
Yeah. I imagine he's, you know, he knows where he's putting things, so...
Yeah. Just whatever you see. So, one thing we haven't talked about, KC and Shadow Fiend, or sorry, Loose Puss, leading the CS charts. Lycan's doing very well himself, and then it's quite a gap between him and his next, or between him and the rest of them. So the top three farmers very close, but.
Well, Viper, he just kind of he didn't harass the Shadow Fiend out early, and the Shadow Fiend got up that 12, 15 soul buffer, and at that point, it's incredibly difficult to last hit against him.
Yeah, the other thing too is Siege has been rotating around a lot more. He's rotated once or twice. But both him and the Shadow Fiend have died once, but it's kind of like the rotations are what hurt him. Shadow Fiend, Loose Puss did the smart thing and just stayed in lane and got the farm. Actually, gonna have a lift up onto Silencer. Skewer back, nice play coming up from HCC. There's the Ice Blast is gonna come through. Not sure if it's gonna be enough. What am I talking about? Of course it's enough. Not enough to save him.
Ogre is so manly.
Yeah, Ogre's gonna run at him, right click him. You can get this, buddy.
If he had just been a little bit more manly.
If he had been a little more manly, gone for the fire blast or the ignite, would have got the kill. But I think Zeus ult now. Zeus ult now. So they're gonna look to just push this tower, and they need to. Lycan's got a second Sage's Mask. He's going for a medallion. I think this is looking for catch up Roche, which we haven't really talked about. Gods of War ability to take Roshan is very, very good. If they smoke in with the Jakiro, the Viper, and the Lycan, Roche is going to die like almost instantly and won't do anything to them because of the attack speed slow from Viper and Jakiro.
What scares me a lot is this Nature's Prophet is getting a Orchid.
With an Orb of Venom.
Plus Shadow Fiend, that is horrifying.
That's going to be a lot of damage. And he's going to get it in a very good time. He's already got, I would say, 2/3 of it. No, not quite.
Shadow Fiend is going safety build and going right for the BKB.
You know what? I don't mind that either. And see, this is where you wish your supports had been stacking for you. Have a double stack or triple stack in each of these. And he could be clearing him up very quickly.
Unfortunately, Ben, as everyone knows, you can't triple stack or double stack.
Oh, okay. If anyone in Twitch chat gets that reference, I want to see you type about it. Because I don't think it's an actual reference. It's just...
It's not. It's an adapted reference.
Well, fuck.
Yeah. Mud golems for days.
Yeah, we're going to see a Sprout onto Axe, but he's got a Quelling Blade. Smart pickup coming out from the side of R2-D2. Securing himself that. Rubik actually picks up his mana boots, just as Lycan gets his medallion.
Bottom tower.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to slow push it. RP is online. No Blink Dagger for a while, but they're just going to man mode the tower, I think.
Yeah.
And they have Global. Viper's looping in. Oh, Rubik's in a bad place. He's actually going to drop. Global comes out. Nicely timed there. Magnus was looking for an RP. Axe is going to pursue, though. Going to get stunned up. We're looking for an Ice Path to come through. Oh, Magnus, nice double RP. And Fire Blast is going to come out. Ice Path.
Magnus is going to fall for it, though.
Yeah. And Siege is actually going to pick up the Ogre. He's not going to be able to run away from that. Oh, they haven't finished him off yet. Lycan's here with his ulti, though. Shadow Fiend has a haste. He doesn't really care. One more click. Meridian goes down.
He should be out of here right now, though.
Yeah, with his haste, he's going to look to run away, but Lycan, super speedy. So in the end, a 2 for 2. I would say that's pretty even. The offlaner support for offlaner and support. Oh, actually, they lost the Rubik as well, or really early. He just respawned already, so.
Yeah.
In favor of Gods of War.
Hitting for 143.
Yes, and he's
at
got
1050.
And he's got an Ogre Club, so he's going to start tanking up here. His health pool is pretty small still, but once he gets that, and if he decides to cycle his treads, he'll be sitting at probably, what is that, 190, probably around 1200.
The thing is, he's going to have that Mithril Hammer really quick, and that'll bring his health pool up to around 900 with the Ogre Club, and his damage to about, just under 200, 190. And, I mean, Rubik has 600 health and 2 armor. Like, that's 5 right clicks.
Rubik's on his team, but that's okay.
I can read.
Either way, regardless of what team Rubik's on, bottom tower is going to get taken out by the Dire in moments. Not denied, actually. Magnus Ian looking for an RP, gets a nice skewer off, destroys all the trees. Axe is going to get pulled, actually pushed forward. Raze comes out, another Raze, finishes off the Lycan before he can get anything. Axe looking to go ham. Oh! Cancelled mid-dunk. That wouldn't have been enough. You got to be below 250 for level 1 there on that buddy. Rubik was 350 health. So, HCC, they get a nice pick off of Gods of War staying a little bit too long on that tier 1. Able to get 2 kills off it. And they might look to push themselves. Global is up, though. No macro pyre for the Jakiro to deter. But Vipers doesn't have a TP. He's going to have a ways to walk. Lycan's back. His ulti is up as well. And, oh, Ice Path actually stolen by Rubik. He's silenced, though. He's going to drop in the end, whether it's the last word or the liquid fire. It looks like last word managed to take him out. Loosepus is going to get chased down by the Lycan. One more click there. They let it. Actually, Silencer gets the kill. So a little bit of stolen int going that way, and it's a 2 for Nil going the other way. Gods of War picking up some high-value kills there. Ooh, look at the gold swing. 12 minutes in and 1,000 gold, like 1,500 gold swing and a 1,600 experience. Jeez.
I missed the fight recap.
That's
I'm
okay.
bad.
Look at this stack, though. 2 sets of mud golems, like worst day ever, except for the lycanthrope. He doesn't care.
That's why I said mud golems for days, like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago.
I missed it.
No, it's alright. It was kind of out of context.
Yeah.
Luckily, that's Lycan stack, not Shadow Fiend stack.
Yeah. But he is stealing it from them, so it's gotta be a little frustrating. Silencer's actually getting gone on by KC. Gonna spawn some Treants. He's dropping very low. One more click. Treants, they're gonna finish him off. But now he's kind of in a rough spot. Doesn't have a TP for 2 seconds. Is he gonna be able to sprout himself? Yeah, he should be okay now. Ice Path was used. It's not gonna be up quick enough. Oh!
The burn damage?
Nope. It didn't. The Viper, he disjointed the Viper ulti.
Yeah.
And the liquid fire wasn't on him, so he makes it out with 19 health. Actually missed the well. TP'd over here. Bit of a panic click.
I think that if the Jakiro had saved his Ice Path,
yeah, that was
gone different.
It was a questionable choice to use the Ice Path there, but in the end, it's all right. And I'd really want to see Deviox in this Roche pit. Like, I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe it's his treads that are coming out to him, but him and the Jakiro or the Viper could have done Roche easily by now.
Medallion, he could do it himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Breaking sweat.
You just got to make sure that you let the wolves tank a little bit. He should have max wolves. Yeah, he does. Like,
that is an orchid on Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, he had it, I think, up against the silencer. Pretty sure.
That's a really, really good timing.
Yeah, 14-minute orchid and phase boots. Like, that's very impressive.
And an oof.
That oof pickup.
Yeah. That 4% range slow.
Hey, makes a difference. Oh,
baller if you could.
Rubik could support.
Your oof counted on your Treants. That'd be unreal.
That'd be the weirdest thing ever. Rubik could support. Gonna help Shadow Fiend finish off his BKB. He's gonna have it with this stack. Good triple stack pickup for him. Good guy, Rubik. It's actually because he's playing Rubik that he was able to do that. Any other hero wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. I hope there's no one really new watching that's like, what can Rubik do that other heroes can't? It's all good. R2-D2. He's got his blink now. Siege doesn't really have anything. He's got 1,100 gold at Aquila phase, and now a headdress.
That headdress.
Yeah.
Axe has his blink, though. I mean, yeah, it's a little late. I don't think he's used it yet.
No, but they're going to get gone on here. Skewered in, looking for an RP. Unfortunately, he splits the wickets. RP is actually going to catch Viper.
Call.
And
that's a good call.
Yeah, it is. Viper's going to drop, though. Hitting too hard. Axe actually gets the dunk kill. Might have been able to run away with that, but probably not. Gets finished off. And it's a 2-for-1. Axe at least able to get a bit of a trade there.
But this is the tower down as well.
Yeah.
And it's a, 900, 1,000 gold swing. And 1400 XP, so
Yeah, it's not great. No, definitely not worth, but at least he was able to get that culling blade off to pick up a little bit of something. A bit of a revenge kill. And I think they keep pushing off this. No, they're not gonna harass the tower, just send some treants at it. But I guess it's a little smarter just to get back instantly and start farming rather than try and hit the tower that little bit. So
this Shadow Fiend is becoming scary.
according to Twitch chat, KC is the greatest Dota player in Kentucky, maybe the world.
I could see it. I mean, he's pretty good. He's got that orchid.
Yeah, Kentucky though.
Yeah.
He's going Scotty. Look at this. He's got an ultimate orb.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I think it's actually really good.
No,
I
mean,
agree. He hits hard.
He hits super hard. He's gonna silence somebody, and then he's just gonna right-click them to death.
Yeah, and the thing is, the slow will mean he doesn't have to worry about actually sprouting anyone. He can save the sprout for defensive if he needs to TP, and
it's gonna make him a tanky mofo.
Yeah, he's gonna have if he had the Scotty right now, he'd probably have 1600 health.
Yeah.
He had it all right now. Maybe 1450. Not sure, but Eviox, my man.
Oh, just got blown up.
I missed it. Shadowfiend? Shadowfriend did things?
Shadowfriend found him, and then the KC TP'd onto him an orchid, and at that point, it's a raise and a right click.
Yeah, pretty much. So they're going to be able to get this tier 3, and Rubik has Lycan's ulti. We got a little ranged wolf up here. Look at this. That's funny.
Where's Beastmaster?
Yeah.
The Beastmaster on this team?
And again, though, Deviox, buy a smoke. Just go do Roche.
Yeah.
Like, you can't help.
Rubik needs to buy an Orb of Venom, and then he could roleplay as the boar.
Yeah? Is that a thing? So they're gonna look to push. HCC is gonna look to push their the tier 3 here. Meridian dropping very low. So is Stormtrooper to that ulti that came through. They have global, they have blink call, but I don't know, man.
Well, blink call's not there because Axe just TP'd there. That makes sense. He was split pushing the bottom lane, but with the Nature's Prophet that's as farmed as this one, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Axe doesn't want to split from that. He's almost got enough for his second point ultimate orb, sorry. Then it's just a point booster away from a Scotty. And then after that he can go whatever he wants. Shadowfiend actually has Empower on him now. And that's one thing we didn't mention is even though there's no melee heroes to take advantage of the cleave, the plus 50% base damage is still really nice on some of these heroes.
Absolutely. It makes Shadowfiend a monster.
Yeah, or even Prophet. I mean, he has much higher base damage than Shadowfiend.
It's true.
So, plus going for the the Scotty build, that extra stats are going to be very nice.
Interesting. He decided not to level up Skewer and went for the Empower early.
I play some Magnus. I'm not an expert, but I do play some, and I'm not a fan. I don't know.
I think it's because of the high damage right clickers he has on his team. If there was more of a team fight, magic oriented team, he probably would have got the Skewer.
Well, we're looking at that. Global was used. Rubik steals Curse of the Silent. Unfortunately, not able to get the global. Unsurprising, but Curse of the Silent still a good spell.
Yep.
Very frustrating to deal with, especially when you're behind. They're looking to go on this Nature's Prophet. Axe looks like he blinked, called, but missed. And Prophet's just going to TP out. And this is them pushing mid. There's not a lot they can do. Jakiro's sitting off to the side. They want to try and pincer them, but I think they're going to back in time. Shadowfiend suddenly has a blink dagger and just poofs away.
I get it. He doesn't really need to go damage.
He's got the damage. He's like between his magic. It's still early enough that his magic damage is really strong.
Yeah.
Like, so he doesn't need to. And the Nature's Prophet is there with the right-clicking deeps. He's actually. Oh no, Prophet's going. Not going Scotty. He's gonna go straight for the sheep, which is fine.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't see any reason not to go.
Amounts to disable at that point. I mean, he can solo kill almost anybody with an Orchid and then a sheep.
Yeah, if they survive the Orchid, just sheep them, or if they start TPing, you can cancel it. Which is one thing that Prophet lacks, is ability to cancel TPs.
MKB.
Yeah, legit. So Smoke Gank's gonna come out here. Not sure who they're gonna look for.
They're not gonna find anybody really.
No. Fortunately, everybody on the other team is all the way down here. And still, Roshan, come on. You have a Lycan on Dire.
Yeah, that
Isn't
doesn't
this-
make. Excuse me. It doesn't make a ton of sense.
No. Prophet Ulti's gonna come out, clips on them, and they're actually gonna smoke themselves. We might see the two smokes collide here.
Well, that smoke is gone. Now it's just a push.
Okay.
Dire's
Yeah.
mid tower
So they're gonna be able to
failed.
smoking wrap around. Lots of pings
No
coming
breaking
out. They're
through
not sure where
Dire's
they are.
structures for now.
Jakiro's in the back. They could go. Lycan's ulti is popped. Nice blink call onto 3, actually. Macropyre follow up. The spins are pretty real right now. Shadowfiend's going to get an ulti off. Rubik's the first one to drop, followed by the Jakiro. They're looking to go. Silencer goes down. Oh, triple kill coming out for the 8 loose puss, but he goes down himself. So far, it's a 3 for 3. Lycan's going to look to clean it up. Cleans up the Ogre Magi. Nature's Prophet just able to get out.
Won't last much longer.
So I think that's a good fight for Gods of War. Axe had a beautiful call onto 3, followed up by Ice Path Macropyre. That was really nice.
And they managed to blow up the Shadow Fiend real quick.
He got his ulti off and cleaned up the supports in the Axe, but in the end, I think that's worth. And Lycan, you should be going for Roche, not into the jungle. But
I'd love to see Shadow Fiend pick up a Chrysalis right now.
go for the mad crits.
Yeah, he's 30 gold off of it, and it just would be awesome.
I'm glad you have sound logic and reasoning for your item choices.
Yep, no, absolutely.
This is how you play, isn't it?
No, yeah.
Okay.
It would be really cool if I crit somebody really hard and killed them. Yeah.
As he's playing Shadow Shaman?
Yeah, man. Crit stick on every hero.
Every hero.
Crit stick on Timbersaw.
Oh god. Actually the worst shit ever. Whatever. You know, one thing we didn't mention though is Magnus can farm like a boss with Empower on himself. He's got his Blink Dagger now too. So Magnus, I'm not sure exactly when he picked it up, probably at 20 minutes maybe. But it was a really nice, it's a decent timing, especially for a Magnus who was relegated to the off lane and didn't have the greatest time. So I think it's alright. Because they've got... Go ahead.
Starting to agree with Twitch chat. KC, Orchid, Sheep, FaZe, Oov, 23 minutes. Maybe the best player in the whole world.
Maybe. His GPM is 500. His net worth is 12,000. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick look at the... Oh, I can't. Shout out to Mr. Grimm. He's somebody I've cast with before. He's apparently watching while he waits for a game. Thanks for tuning in, guy. Sent me a message.
Cool. So the XP graph is actually pretty much even, but the gold graph is they're up about 5k. So the lead is not as big as you would think.
No.
It's just the heroes they have can do a whole lot with the lead that they do have.
Yeah, and I think
a lot of the reason of the gold graph is the supports on Radiant.
that they're very farmed.
No, that they are not very farmed. Rubik and Ogre are struggling.
Ogre's got most of his Ags, buddy. And they're actually going to go in. Sheep comes out onto R2-D2 before he can get anything off. That said, the really nice global and an ice path as well followed up. Quickly, 2 drop. Shadowfiend's dropping very low as well. He goes down. This Lycan's doing work. And not to mention the Viper coming online. That's a quick 5-man wipe coming out for Gods of War. Excellent fight for them. That ice path, though, I think it caught 4. And then the global came out instantly after. Shadowfiend BKB got off some raises, but in the end, he just dropped.
Oh, that is a...
Deep.
5,000 gold swing and a 6,000 XP.
6,300. I think we got a game, Brad. I think we have a game.
That is the leveler, the great equalizer right there.
And look at the experience graph plummeting. Jeez. And you know what? I think I'm gonna say I'm not terribly surprised. Gods of War, their lineup does more in the mid game, I think. I think HCC, they had better early roam, but then they kind of... Gods of War will pick up a few things and get some levels, and then they kind of have the mid game. If it starts going ultra late, you always have to watch out for the Magnus. I mean, Shadowfiend does fall off, but Nature's Prophet Rat can be very strong, so...
So I'm worried, this Roche, I think, because they are smoking towards it as fast as they can, and they have an RP.
Yes.
So maybe, yes,
Axe is
to
gonna
Roche,
block
but
it,
I
though.
think now was the wrong time. As he runs away.
Yeah, this
Blink
is...
RP right now.
Oh! 4-man RP comes out, Shockwave to follow up. Shadow Fiend's ulti comes out, connects on them all. That said, no one from Gods of War is dropping. Rubik's going to be the first one to go down. Then it's followed up by the Jakiro. Shadow Fiend as well. They're looking to chase down the Magnus. Curse of the Silent comes out onto Magnus. He drops down. Culling Blade onto the Ogre Magi. Lycan's popping his ulti. This Prophet's going to be chased down. He's actually going to get silenced, though. He's using a regular TP. No call was on cooldown, I guess. Or not enough mana. I didn't see.
No
Must
mana and cooldown.
It was
So,
on
you know.
cooldown before. Well, because he popped it right as he TP'd out, but
Oh.
I didn't see before that. But either way, yeah, he had used it twice. That was pretty rough.
The RP missing the silencer was huge.
It was incredibly unfortunate. Yeah, if he, you know, that's such a hard thing though, because anytime you get a 4-man RP, you usually expect a win, right?
It was only 3. The silencer was in the pit, and he missed him, and he ran.
Oh,
out
yeah,
of
sorry.
The Curse of the Silent.
And then Axe Blink called on a whole bunch of them, I guess. So, I mean, like, usually, though, you get a 3-man RP, that's usually a fight one, because the Shadow Fiend ulti was pretty solid. It could hit them all, but I guess he wouldn't have had any souls yet, because he just died. He would have only had 16 souls.
Yeah, and his BKB is already getting pretty short, and they were fighting in the Roche pit against a Jakiro.
Yeah, Ice
Macro
Path.
in the Roche pit is it's just death incarnate.
And Lycanthrope, I believe, had a BKB, so he probably avoided a lot of the damage once the fight kind of calmed down. So that's a huge fight coming up for Gods of War. They finally pick up the Roshan, but HCC maybe missed a bit of their advantage early that they had. And I wouldn't say they threw. I would say Gods of War played it well. Like, they outplayed and came back this time. Like, it wasn't like, you know, HCC got all really sloppy and started going in one at a time and just kind of feeding kills. No, it was like solid team fights and Ice Pass coming out from Meridian.
Yeah, I think Jakiro MVP of that last team fight.
And I think the one before it here, out in the open space, he got like 3 or 4 people in it. That one in the Radiant Jungle.
Yeah, the silencer was huge on that one too, though.
True. And
Global was probably the main reason they won that.
Yeah, because like Prophet doesn't have anything to purge the Global. Not that he really needs to use his spells, but Shadow Fiend does, and so he's forced to pop his BKB to purge the Global. Magnus can't skewer after RP. Rubik can't, like, you know, steal anything and do anything. Ogre's literally all spells and then running at you.
Yeah.
Top lane, Jakiro actually goes down, gets the tower, or forces the tower down. Missed that one, sorry, I was following the Ogre.
I feel as if Rubik has not been terribly impactful this game. There's plenty of really awesome spells he can steal, you know, Macropyre. He can have Viper Strike whenever he wants.
Really awesome, lots of really awesome spells, like Macropyre.
Yeah, it's an awesome spell. Global?
Yeah, no, for sure. Global's really hard to steal.
Yeah.
Because you're silenced, and then Silencer throws out Curse of the Silent.
Has to be kind of dumb for that to happen.
Yeah.
Kind of has to be like me.
You know, that said, stealing Viper Strike from a Viper, I think, anytime is fine as well.
100% of the time. You have an Ags on Rubik, you can throw out, like,
all of them.
Stop Viper Strikes.
Well,
Viper Strike the whole enemy team.
It's actually really good against Lycan, because it'll slow his attack speed through his BKB. Sure, it won't, like, if he's ultied, it's not going to affect him that way, but it'll slow his attacks down quite a bit. But this Lycan's quite fat now. He's got a Basher and a Necrobook started. As well as sitting on an Aegis. Doesn't look like they really want to push yet. Scoreboard is tied up at 20-20, but doesn't really tell the tale. So after that second fight, or sorry, after that, the second fight in the Roche Pit fight, it dropped to about 10,000 experience lead for Dire, and 10,000 gold swing total. Like, oi. And they're starting to get aggressive now. Daviox with the BKB. Looking to go. Maybe? No, he's just going to wander off.
Well, no, they want to do something before this Aegis goes away. I mean, it still has probably 3 or 4 minutes on it, but
I can actually tell you.
They have all their cooldowns.
It's got a minute left on it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's... Roche cannot spawn for a total of 8 minutes on the clock, like, if you look at it. and the clock is divided up into 11 sections. Each one is a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, and some change minutes have passed. It despawns at 5 minutes. Oh.
Could you repeat the stuff where you talked about the things?
Well, if you knew where my camera was, it would make sense.
I was looking at it. I don't know what that thing is.
that's the respawn clock. And this is why I control the camera. Lycan's gonna pop his ulti, and it looks like they want to commit to this. He knows that his Aegis is gonna be going down soon, but he's got to be really careful. His Aegis might despawn before he goes in. Magnus RP didn't get it off. Unfortunately, Ice Path is gonna miss. Magnus buys back. Aegis actually no. See, mistimed. RP on 2 is actually gonna come in. Oh, this is gonna be a good Requiem. Nicely done there. Global comes out a little bit too late. Unfortunately, Stormtrooper, there he goes. Axe takes one with him. Nice Ice Path is going to pick off the Rubik. Viper's low. Meridian's going to be able to walk away. So they defend with 1 buyback and get 3 kills. The Lycan went, how you say, ham and fed.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, unfortunate. He thought he was going to be able to get his Aegis off, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, going in, getting that first kill was fine, but I think after that, you know it's going to be close and you back. Oh, I hear a TP onto a Jakiro. That's sad. That's a sad dragon.
Mm-hmm.
What is Prophet going for? Prophet's going for his... Wait, whose Hyperstone is that? Lucepus. Lucepus, what are you getting? He's getting an AC.
What's he going to get with a Mithril Hammer?
Prophet? Probably a Maelstrom. I would say Maelstrom.
Desolator.
Maelstrom.
He wants to push, I imagine.
Maelstrom.
He can farm. He doesn't need another farming item.
Maelstrom is faster at pushing lanes, not at towers, but lanes.
I guess.
So if you need to keep the lane, like in a situation like this, where your base is was being threatened, if you lose the racks or something like that, you have to be able to get the lanes out quickly so that you don't lose more.
That's sure gonna help the Shadow Fiend picking up that AC.
Oh, yeah.
That plus 15 armor, that is monstrous. And then you add that to his Presence of the Dark Lord, and all of a sudden you're missing 11 armor.
Mm-hmm. The anti-tank coming out from him right now is pretty impressive. Silencer is going to be in the negative. Jakiro is. Axe will be +5. Viper will be okay. Same with Lycan, but the rest of them are going to be pretty low. Ogre Magi, he's 500 away from his eggs as well. Rubik, what are you working on? Looks like he's just the 5 roll, not really got anything. He's got an urn, which is nice. I think any team could always use an urn, but
yeah,
probably I think 4-staff this game just because it can't get canceled and you can pull somebody away from Axe or Lycan kind of thing. Maybe push them up high ground, or it's a better defensive item. Blink is better if you're being aggressive, but I think 4-staff is better if you're defensive.
So, I don't know what this Shadow Fiend is going to go next. I'm curious.
I think he needs to go Satanic, like at least a Helm.
Yeah.
He needs, like, he's only got 1300 health, and he runs really weird with a Haste Rune. Do you see that? Like, lies a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, like there. Look at that. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Focus on the game. We got a smoke gang coming out mid. And that's my focus on the game was to myself. Don't go too hard on this illusion. Okay, your smoke didn't break. You know it's an illusion. Good stuff. That's actually the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Fingered that illusion so hard.
Ew.
Lion. Oh wait, I don't play Lion. He's a shitty hero.
I feel like no. Oh, blink, no call. Axe again. Nose restraint, but... You might as well have just culling blink. Well, the smoke wore off, so I mean, what do you do?
Yeah.
Viper is actually going to be going Manta style. Nature's Prophet, though, has an army and a half down here. Look at them all. Viper, there's not a lot you can do against these. Picking them off one at a time.
All that is snake plant things.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those.
I have them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tower's going to drop down to about probably 200 health by the time it's all said and done. But maybe a little higher.
This game has stagnated, and I get why. I mean, everybody's just, they want to play it safe. There's been big fights on both sides. Suck my cock.
No.
Desolator, I told you so.
I guess it's a better fighting item than Maelstrom,
Yeah.
and it'll stack really well with the anti-armor they already have coming up from the Shadow Fiend. But I think Maelstrom is the norm for pushing. I would still say.
Yeah. It looks like Shadow Fiend's gonna get a Scotty.
I think that's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
He needs the tank. The damage will be nice. The little bit of control as well. Fuck that ward.
Yeah. It's just so sad you don't get 50 gold.
Yeah. Blink RP onto 3 though. Shockwave comes out. Gonna look for the Requiem. Unfortunately, Silence doesn't get it off. But they already lost their Silencer afterwards. Shadowfiend's going ham. That said, Lycanthrope is hurting. He takes down the Magnus. Requiem comes out. They lose their Viper. Jakiro's very low. So is Lycan. Nature's Prophet.
Blink right click?
No. Actually, Shadowfiend goes down to the Axe, who came in, tried to pick off a couple more. Didn't quite get him. 3 for 2 exchange in the mid lane. KC still strong. He'll be able to push. There's a buyback on Silencer, but Lycanthrope's nowhere near his base, and he's very hurt. Also doesn't have a TP. Oh no, their base is in serious trouble.
Yeah.
And
this tower is
in a bad way.
is
They
in a
have
bad
their
place,
fort.
yeah.
This Crow has actually got to be a little careful though. If Lycan swipes at it, it's got a.
It looks like they're not
Oh.
macroing it.
Oh, Lycan's got an Invis rune. That's pretty.
Run away!
That's good. I don't know if I don't think you can kill this Rubik. I mean, maybe with ulti, but he might just lift you, steal ulti, and then wait and see. Rubik's running towards his Nature's Prophet, though. Now you definitely don't want to go. Invis rune's wearing down. Only got a handful of seconds left.
What's he doing?
I'm not sure. He's gonna pop his ulti and BKB duels into the ice path.
He's gonna die.
Yeah, unless he gets some crits. Oh! In the end, Lycan does get the kill with his wolves. Lift onto the Jakiro, but it's not going to matter. Silencer's there to help the Jakiro pick him up. And from nowhere, Silencer has 30 intelligence stolen. Last time I clicked on him, he had 4.
Yeah, that's a number. And now he has an Orchid.
Yep.
Look at his right clicks. Holy.
Plus,
Glaives.
84% of that, so easy 120. 108 pure damage on top of that.
Silencer, right? Take the carry.
You know, that is probably one of the best things about a Silencer support.
Yeah.
By the way, Connor Rob says Lion is great, Brad. You're being called out.
I say that Lion is a bad hero only because I am absolutely horrible with Lion. Lion is a great hero, but I never said that. I don't understand it either. Like, he's just a support. He's got lots of control and a big nuke, but, you know, put me on Lion, we lose 99% of the time.
It's actually really funny. I don't even understand how. Oh, Ice Path comes out onto just looking for wards up here, I guess. But Roshan is up. They don't want to get spotted out this time, but there's a ward over here that probably saw them moving around, unless they were being super sneaky. I don't know. Viper's just gonna head in there by himself, and now they're gonna know that this Roche is going on. No pings yet, though. I mean, they should. They have a ward here. If they don't see it, it's because they're not paying attention, and it's just on the edge of their vision.
Lycan just runs in there, though. I mean,
well, they all did. Okay, now there's a ping coming out. Maybe that. Oh, that was Axe.
It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah, that was also the Axe. It's hard to tell the colors sometimes. I guess I should just set it to simple colors, but. Hey, just picked up by. There we go. Somebody picks it up. Did Viper just deny a bottle?
Who wants 350 gold? Not me.
Yeah. Either way. They're gonna, now that they have this Aegis, I think they can probably look to be aggressive again. Because Prophet's just gonna, I think, even though with his lift, yeah, I'm unsurprised. And he's got a fucking demon edge, Brad.
Crits.
Oh,
crits.
Viper, I don't know if you want this.
You don't want this. He has a sheep.
And a BKB.
Turn. Be a man.
No, he's running his right. Look at the follow-up.
Yeah, that's true.
Axe Blink! No, yeah. Global was used. Global was there. They could have used it. But
I agree with not doing that, though.
Yeah, they need to save that because they're going to want to push here in a bit. And I get that if you kill the Prophet, it's a lot easier to push, but you need the Global for the team fight. Because otherwise, Magnus just blink RPs and skewers a few. Shadow Fiend can blink Requiem. Speaking of Shadow Fiend, he's about 13, or sorry, about 1,000 away from his less than that now. 500 away from his
You have to buy the OOV still.
Oh right, yeah. So he's 1,500 away. 700 now, I guess, because it's gold in inventory.
More like 670 now.
Yeah.
It's about 665 now, I think. Yeah,
Fuck off.
So
Magnus.
once again, it's just going to be a farm fight, and I mean, they have the Aegis, so they don't really have to be cautious. I think they have all their cooldowns.
One thing we haven't looked at yet is the net worth chart, and it's the Nature's Prophet, the Shadow Friend, and then the Dire team minus Chikiro.
Chikiro, you poor 5-star roll.
Yeah, Meridian, he's been doing a lot of work, and
But
I would
the
still
thing
say
is,
most.
He has Yules and Mana Boots, and as a support Chikiro, he's basically 6-slotted.
Got wards, and the only thing he doesn't have is that's my line.
I know, I'm a thief.
Yeah. I like this idea to push, and I'm talking about KC here. He's got his TP up. It's off cooldown, and he'll be able to do a lot of work to this tower, especially if his team gets a decent defense off. Glyph is popped on the glyph is popped on the Radiant. KC actually TP's back. RP goes in. Unfortunately, catches nothing, and that's very unfortunate. Global's gonna follow it out. The Ogre drops as well. Nature's Prophet. He's gonna get chewed down by the Wolf, and DVX. Oh, bashes Culling Blade. That's so far 4-0. ZZZZ sleep comes out from poor Magnus, the tiny little wolf. And that's for sure a mid lane of Rax. Depending how aggressive they are, they might just go for the throne here. I think they can. With a Lycan this farmed, I think throne is easy.
And no buybacks anywhere in sight.
Yeah, this is all she wrote. Rubik's actually gonna get blink called, but they're not even going for him. Ice Pass is gonna miss. Axe is gonna go in for, doesn't dive him. Silencer gets the kill, and GG, well played.
So I like that. It's a good comeback for them. From what looked like it was going to be another quick game with a lot of early pressure, they fought back in the mid game, were able to come take it.
And so shout out to Gods of War, able to turn what was kind of a sketchy early game into a really positive mid game and some really nice fights going their way. So good stuff from them. I, of course, am Wolf Dota. Joining me was my buddy Hans, and we'll be back shortly for game number 3.